What's the odds
Silly.
that you go to this conference as a joke, but you leave a believer? A Bigfoot
Zero.
believer. I don't know, Daniel.
Zero.
These guys have evidence.
Oh, my gosh.
They've heard the howls on their recorders.
I'm sure they have.
They've come this close to seeing him. Those shows are so frustrating because, like, you know they're not going to see anything, but, man, they make you think that they're going to get it on camera.
It's like a
right there.
TV show.
It's always right there.
Make stuff up. Make stuff up.
Right.
I'll tell you, I believe in Chupacabra more than I believe in Bigfoot.
Okay.
I think that's more possible that there's some ugly
Devil
looking
dog thing out there?
I mean, there's coyotes.
That
what
made
are
it with a demon? What?
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
Well, howdy, folks. Welcome back to the Daytripper Podcast. I'm your host, Chet Garner. It is July 2023. Joining me, as always, Daniel Mecey over here on the couch. And we're going to talk some Texas. So, anyway, it's going to be fun. Got a lot of crazy stuff in the queue for today. But before we get into it, remember, like, subscribe wherever you're listening to this. And now let's start off with a shout out to our sponsor. A bit of an unexpected one. I got some trivia here off the top, Daniel. Did you know that the voice of Disney's Pinocchio was from Texas?
Wait, Pinocchio? No,
Yeah,
maybe
Pinocchio.
not. Maybe not.
I'm a real boy. He's from Texas.
Well, yeah, he's sitting right here.
Yeah,
he sounded just like it. No, where's he from?
Else he said. So, Collin County.
Look at that.
McKinney, Texas. So thank you to our sponsor, the Collin County History Museum. They have a special exhibit that is just launched called Created in Collin County, highlighting all things wonderful from Collin County, such as entertainers, athletes, products, businesses, and innovation. And it's highlighting a bunch of famous people, including the voice of Disney's Pinocchio, 12-year-old Dickie Jones. Who
Wait, was a 12-year-old?
He was 12 when he did it.
Wow,
Yeah.
I figured it was like a 60-year-old man just
Talking
pretending.
like this.
Hey,
Oh,
they did that a lot back then.
yeah. So this was actually a kid. He made his career in movie westerns alongside the likes of Gene Autry and on TV shows like The Lone Ranger.
Hey.
And they got a big break with Pinocchio, obviously.
That's cool.
So anyway, y'all should go and check out the Collin County History Museum. It's on our McKinney episode,
Yeah,
which
it
is
is.
on our YouTube channel. If you want to get a little primer, of course, it's awesome. It's in the old post office that they've renovated. It's got multiple levels, full of history. When we did it, it was this cool thing where you would scan photos with an iPad and they would take you between the historic and the modern
That was cool.
photos.
That was cool.
So it's cool. It is free on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. downtown McKinney. They accept groups, private tours. You just got to schedule all those. And you can find out more information at CollinCountyHistoryMuseum.com. McKinney is fun.
Hey.
All right, so the next few months, we're going to have a lot of Collin County history. Did you know? kind of
Absolutely.
stuff.
Well, hey, they're helping make this all happen.
That's right. So thank you, Collin County History Museum. Y'all go see them in McKinney. Really well worth the stop. Well worth the stop. All right. So it's July, and I feel like this is like very common content now. When July rolls around, we start whining about the heat.
I mean, every time.
But we have a good excuse to whine this year. Have you noticed all the records we're breaking? Well, I feel like we just talked about this last year.
We got to get new content,
I
man.
know.
This is all that we talk about.
If we would
Like,
stop
God, so
breaking
hot.
records, we could talk about something different. But okay, so I knew this last week or a couple weeks ago. Austin hit an all-time high for heat index, all time, and it was
Wait,
only
for the heat
June.
index.
Heat index. So for those, most people are probably familiar with that in Texas, but you've got your actual temperature, and then they take the temp plus the humidity, and they create a number that it actually feels like. So
Right.
even though it may not be this temperature, it feels like it is this temperature.
And what
like
was
you've
that?
you've opened the oven into your face
Exactly.
while you're frying or whatever, air frying something or broiling something. All right. So in Austin, brand new heat index record 117.
Ooh.
So that's hot.
Wow.
This was crazy though. Corpus Christi hit a new heat index record of 125.
Oh my gosh.
That's you could cook something at 125.
That's insane.
That's what you know, if you're going real low and slow on a barbecue pit, it might be 125. My gosh. So, of course, the hottest actual temperature on record is 120. We've talked about that in other episodes. Set in Monahans, I believe, and then Seymour or someplace around Wichita Falls. All right. But this June, the month that just passed, San Angelo hit a record of 114. Del Rio hit 113. Laredo hit 115. These were all records.
Hey, you're probably preaching to the choir. All the people listening right now are like, yeah, we know.
Duh, Chet, if you go outside. Oh, my gosh. So we're in for a cooker, guys.
I'm a little worried. When we get
set
to
records
August,
last year, we set records. We're still setting records. And we're not even in August.
No. That's when we try not to shoot our show.
Yeah.
Because we know it's going to cook.
Oh, man. Anyway, stay safe out there, guys. Drink plenty of water. If you're going outside, make sure you know the signs of heat exhaustion, heat stroke, all of that. This is serious. The oven of Texas. I saw, I think it was the El Arroyo sign. It was hilarious. It said, remember, y'all, Texas is just preheating. It's like, it's
so true.
Oh, no.
Preheat. No.
So, anyway, last month, though, in June, we totally dodged, I think, the hottest week. And I got to go to New Mexico with my kids, my two oldest and my wife, to Glorieta, New Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Woke up to 45 degrees in the morning.
How weird was that?
It was amazing. It was amazing because we were like, on social media, all the friends back home were just cooking, melting. And we're like, I think I need a jacket. Anybody got a little hoodie anywhere? It was awesome, though. So we went with a
what were you doing?
It was a youth trip. So First Baptist here in Georgetown, kids are involved in the youth, and they needed some adult chaperones. So we got to jump in and tag along. It was pretty awesome.
That's cool.
It was awesome. Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, it was like reliving the middle school days. Like wake up at 6 something, don't go to bed till 11:30 something, like no, you're showering in these big dorm type situations, no hot water, eating camp food.
You're just roughing it.
Going zip lining. It was awesome.
And the kids
made
loved
me
it,
miss
right?
camp. Like we should have an adult camp.
I think they have adult camps.
Do they really?
I mean,
got to abandon your kids for
I was going to say, it's just get rid of the kids.
Yeah. I guess so. So, anyway, June was great. Good kickoff to summer. New Mexico trip was there. Oh, Garner State Park at the top of the month. The water was beautiful because of the rains we've had this spring. It was flowing. It was magical, Garner State Park. And I am biased. I'll self-admit it that, last name affinity.
It's family owned, right? You get in for free.
I always joke that when I'm checking in, I'm like, and I get the family discount, remember? And they go, they don't laugh at it. I'm sure everybody who's named Garner in Texas tries that exact same joke. Hey. Yeah. So June, what was that for you, man? What was the kickoff?
Man, I'm trying to think. One of the biggest things I can think of is we really hit it hard with the Daytripper.
Dude, we've been filming.
I mean, I've done some stuff with family. It's been great.
Yeah.
But what people don't know, unless you listen to something like the podcast, is we started with Houston.
Yep.
And we went to Houston. It actually rained at the time.
Yep.
And we got rained out on one day. So
that's a little BTS there, yeah.
A little BTS. So what that means behind the scenes. So basically what ended up happening is we said we wanted to kayak. We couldn't do it. So
the scenic, beautiful Buffalo
June.
Bayou.
Yeah. So we had to go back. So I'd been working back and forth with a guy named Ken there that helped us finally get out on the water. And
he did a great job. But Bayou
hot.
City Adventures, dude, it was so hot.
I mean, you think it's hot here? We talk about hot. I mean, you go down to Houston and it's like literally boiling. You see the air just like bubbles of boiling water.
I think the Buffalo Bayou was actually boiling. The alligator gar were floating to the top.
Exactly.
Man, it was Buffalo Bayou's cool, but you're right. We filmed early May, mid-May?
It was, yeah.
And so we're coming back a month later to make it just slice and do the episode as if it happened in the middle of the afternoon.
Exactly.
Which makes it really awkward for me because I got to go back and really analyze, okay, what exactly was I wearing? What watch was I wearing? How thick was my beard?
Well, I was going to say.
I got to shave the beard.
But you don't do that as much anymore. You used to switch it up a lot. I mean, in the past, you might shave or you go long.
Yeah. You
probably just realized can't do that
Can't
anymore.
do it. But, I've got to keep notes that was a number 2 guard.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do you put notes inside your shirt that say what episode?
I've got notes in pretty much every shirt I've worn on an episode in
season
Sharpie.
14, episode 2.
It's I'll put the abbreviation that we use in editing.
Yeah.
Kyle, KYL, like everything. Because I go through, I go to my closet and I got 300 flannel plaid shirts. I'm like, I don't remember what I wore anywhere. And so I do. Sharpies. So someday that'll go into archives when I die.
In the Smithsonian archives,
yeah,
right?
Sure, in the Smithsonian. No, the estate sale, people are getting fistfights over them because they're signed by me.
I said 50 cents.
Yeah.
No, I said 75.
I'll give you no more than a quarter. This is worth at least.
Sold.
Exactly. So anyway, summer's kicked off well. I hope you guys have found some good day trips. Send us a note. Contact at thedaytripper.com. Let us know where you've gone this summer. We love hearing from you guys. We've been getting a lot of feedback of people taking little summer day trips themselves. It's fun. All right, so while we've been doing this podcast, Texas has been busy too. All right, let's jump in. Meanwhile in Texas.
While you've been listening to this podcast, lots of stuff's been going on in the Lone Star State. This is Meanwhile in Texas.
All right, Daniel, I'm going to let you go first.
Ooh, me first. So this is always a fun one. Obviously, the 72-ounce steak challenge at the Big Texan Steak Ranch in Amarillo.
Oh,
I know you're very familiar with that.
We know it well. We know it well.
Do you, when you see anything about it, does it just make your tummy rumble a little bit?
I immediately, get the runs and jump to the bathroom. I think of how I punished that toilet the next morning in that Best Western.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just joking.
Well,
but I can remember how full I was after attempting to eat that steak, and it was nuts.
Well, the funny thing is, anybody who's like, oh, I could eat a lot of steak. It's not just a steak. It's 72 ounces of steak.
Yep.
It is the potato, the salad, the
roll.
Shrimp
cocktail.
The shrimp cocktail. There's so much.
Well, actually, I do know why it's there. Do you know the history of how they arrived at that steak challenge?
I think I know a little bit, but what is it?
Some guy came in, the Big Texan Steak Ranch in Amarillo was having 1 pound steak night. And I think they were pro wrestlers or something, but they got in a food eating contest with their buddies. And one of them was ate the first one, bring me another one. Ate the next one, bring me another one. And then was still hungry, but he wasn't done eating. He's like, I don't want any more steak. Bring me a shrimp cocktail.
Oh my gosh.
I'll take a baked potato or whatever. And so the person just kept bringing food, the owner. And by the time he was finally full, he had eaten 4.5 pounds of meat, baked potato, shrimp cocktail, salad, and a roll.
Yeah.
And the owner said, from this day forward, if anyone comes in my restaurant and eats that, it's on the house.
It's free.
Yeah.
And it's $72, right? I think it's $72.
It was, but beef prices, they've got to have raised that. It can't be just 72.
Well, okay.
Bones.
Either way, let's get back to the story.
Okay,
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I knew you knew it well, and clearly you do. But every once in a while, people actually do this. And it just so happens that just a few weeks ago, somebody did it. This guy from North Texas, 6 minutes and 28 seconds.
Oh, my gosh.
He did the whole thing.
6 minutes?
6 minutes and 28 seconds. His name, it's escaping me at the moment. This guy,
yes,
he is, his last name's Webb. He actually doesn't hold the record, though. That's what's crazy. 6 minutes, 28 seconds.
All right, when we filmed, this was season 4 in Amarillo, the record was Joey Chestnut, the guy who eats all those hot dogs.
Yeah.
For the 4th of July. The record was 9 minutes. And they said that'll never be touched.
I'm sure.
This dude just crushed it. But there's
6
someone
minutes,
even
28
more.
Seconds. It actually just so happens that a lady named Molly Schweiler, I think.
Okay.
4 minutes, 18 seconds.
No.
4 minutes and 18 seconds.
Ate a whole 72 ounces.
And the whole thing, the whole shebang, everything that you just named. So, I thought that the crazy thing of the story was this guy, 6 minutes, 28 seconds, because it makes news, especially in the area. When you look at local news in Amarillo, they're like, somebody did it. Yeah. The crazy thing is, 11% of people who have tried it have actually made it.
11%?
11%. That seems so high.
Lower.
If you look at their website, they actually have a running counter.
Okay.
And it shows you the amount of people that have tried and the amount of people that are successful. I think just most people that if they're going to try it, they're like, I can actually do it.
Okay. So I'm
or
at
at least
the 89th
I don't think
percentile.
most.
That's me.
Yeah.
89th percentile.
I'm just like, what the heck? And there's always a live camera on their website where you can just watch people doing this, which is pretty crazy.
It's fun. We've stopped multiple times in Amarillo, and there's usually someone on the stage trying it. And everybody's walking around laughing at them, and they're just miserable, right?
Oh, of course.
They got in super optimistic, but by halfway through, they're just like, ugh.
Yeah, there's no way. No.
And people are like, ragging them on and cheering for them, but they're you can tell they're in the pit of despair.
So James Webb is the guy.
Okay,
6 minutes 28 seconds.
which sounds epic, incredible.
I mean,
And he's already been smoked by.
you could probably give me a couple days. I don't know if I could do it.
Man,
Like I'd have some leftovers.
dude, you don't think you could?
I mean, I've told you before. I mean, I've lost a little bit of weight. I don't know if my stomach's where it used to be. I thought like, hey, I could probably sit and eat that whole steak.
Yeah.
I looked at it again. I don't know. That's a lot.
huge.
But then you look at the sides and you're like, forget it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big potato. That's huge.
Huge. And the steak, when I tried it, everybody's question was always, well, was it good? It was like dog food. It was like, no, it's actually
It's
pretty
a
good.
good steak.
Yeah, pretty good steak.
Well, I don't know if it was like this when you did it, but in the rules, they have so many rules, right?
Yeah.
One of them says you can actually cut and taste your first bite before the timer starts.
Oh, true.
Because they want you to know, hey, it's a good steak. And if it's not cooked the way you want it to, let us know. We'll go get
Don't
another
you
one.
be using any of that as an excuse. Well, it wasn't cooked right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would have finished it, but it tasted like dog food. No, it's a good steak.
It's a sirloin, but the way they cook it and butterfly it, whatever. I mean, I got no complaints about the steak.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little jaw fatigue by the end of it.
I can't imagine that.
And, after I finished it, after I failed to finish it, I walked over to the owners and I was like, man, did you think I had a shot? He's like, no, not at all. I was like, what? When did you know? He goes, well, when you started, I didn't have any clue, because you can never judge a person by their body size.
Oh, yeah.
It's not often the big boys that finish it. It's the
One of the
more
people on the
fit,
list is a
skinny
girl that weighs 120 pounds.
Yeah,
finished it.
that Molly girl, right?
It might be her. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and so they said, but I watched you eat, and you had no hope once I saw your speed.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, here's the deal. He goes, we've watched a lot of these. If you haven't finished it in the first 20 minutes, you're done.
And I always hear that too. Also, that's about the amount of time it takes for your stomach receptors to tell your brain,
Exactly.
we're not hungry anymore.
Exactly.
You
So
gotta
you
beat
got to
that.
get it all down before your brain shuts it down.
Yeah.
And says, no more food. You're about to bust your gut open and die. And so that is it. You got 20 minutes. And so I was like,
gosh.
leisurely, talking to camera, whatever. And they're like, this guy's done.
Yeah, not happening.
No hope at all.
Well,
all right.
interesting story though.
It's a great story.
So what do you got? And where in Texas?
Texans, I like to think we're a pretty smart bunch, but this guy proves otherwise. This would be one of those man from Florida stories. That's what I would assume, but this guy's from Texas. This guy was having a bad day, a very bad day. So he and I think his wife, they are in San Antonio and they get in a car accident. They T-bone someone else. And what do you do when you T-bone someone and you don't want to have to talk to the cops? You go get tacos.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So they leave the crime scene. It's a hit and run. Leave the car there completely and just walk across the street and go to this taco joint. They sit down, order some tacos, and they just sitting there munching tacos. Somehow they overhear, I think the owners are like, hey, we're looking for some suspects. Did you see anybody run? And they're like, uh-oh, we better go. So they both go to the woman goes to the bathroom, tries the old stand on the toilet thing, close the door, stand on the toilet.
Oh my gosh.
He ends up in a utility closet. Realizing he's trapped, he goes into the ceiling, tries to crawl across the ceiling, falls through the ceiling into the men's bathroom, smashes on the floor, just falls through the ceiling. It says, oh, that's, I must have done it wrong. Goes back in the attic through the ceiling, hides in the corner, and of course, the outcome, he gets caught.
This sounds like a terrible movie.
So they caught this guy. This totally sounds like Dumb and Dumber, hit and run edition.
This is real?
This is real. Yeah.
Oh,
and so anyway, they get arrested. The few officers that had to crawl through the attic to get the guy left covered in dust while the restroom ceiling was left in shambles. He said his grandma was going to pay for it or something. I don't know. This is the news story.
Wow.
We'll put it in the show notes.
Well, if you ever wanted to see what dumb looks like.
Fleeing a crime scene and just be like, I'm hungry. Let's get some tacos. Then the debacle of falling through the ceiling, back into the ceiling and over. Oh, San Antonio.
Wow. That does sound like Florida, though.
It does. Like, man from Florida.
Straight up Jacksonville.
No. We're competing with Florida for dumbest criminals at this moment. So anyway, I thought I was laughing at that because it sounds like a comedy. Sounds like a crime comedy.
That is amazing.
A comedy.
That's a comedy.
That's not a genre yet, is it?
Well, they might have just made it.
It should be. Comedy.
Oh my gosh.
Taking on the rom-com.
So my ultimate question is, how good were those tacos?
Oh, must have been great.
I mean, stop what we're doing. Get some tacos.
Let's go. Get out here before the police come. Wait. Tacos.
I have a feeling those might have been some munchy tacos.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're probably
because, yeah, that helps explain the stupidity.
Yeah, good point.
All right.
Good point. All right, so let's move on into the Texas Music Minute. So this is the time when we bring you guys an artist that lives in Texas or is from Texas that's making cool music that we think y'all should know about. So today we're featuring a little Houston man. I don't know if he's little. He doesn't look little. Sorry. He looks like a big guy. Leonard Lowdown Brown.
All right.
Leonard Lowdown Brown.
Teach me something, Chet.
So Leonard Lowdown Brown is a blues man. All right, moved to Houston decades ago and has been a staple in the Houston blues community. He's gone around. He's opened for lots of prolific blues artists. He's performed at festivals, but now at the ripe age of 70, he has chosen to release his first debut album.
Wait, what?
You're never too old, Daniel, to make a run for it.
So there's still hope.
There's still hope. He says at the ripe age of 70, he is releasing his very first album, Leonard Lowdown Brown.
How just now at 70?
Hey, just timing wasn't right. Now he's ready.
Okay.
He wasn't ready. But you think about how much he's performed, and now he's finally doing it. The album was funded by the Music Maker Foundation. I read some more about these guys. This is a nonprofit that helps support the everyday needs of Americana artists who are, trying to be working musicians, but it's very hard if you're not famous. And Leonard Lowdown Brown got their funding to make his album. So they're funding the dreams of this guy. Pretty cool. And this is off his not self-titled, but his debut album, Blues Is Calling Me. This is Leonard Lowdown Brown with the song Juke Joint. It's a pretty good jam.
All right.
I like
Let's hear it.
Let's go down to the juke joint. I want to hear some low-down blues. Let's go down to the juke joint. I want to hear some low-down blues. Anything on the jukebox, you just can't lose. Let's go down to the juke joint. I want to get some barbecue. Let's go down to the juke joint. I want to eat some barbecue. And then let's get out on the dance floor, baby. Just me and you.
All right. Lowdown Brown. It's
I like
a good tune.
it.
And
That's great.
I found this album and just started listening to the whole thing. It's great. It's just one good blues jam after another.
I love the little blues progression. It's classic. Plus, it's about barbecue, right?
I know, right?
I mean, come on.
It's a barbecue. So you can find his album. You can listen on YouTube or Spotify, all the different places. But I just love that story. You're never too old.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
70 years old. He's making it happen. So good luck, Leonard Lowdown Brown.
How do you get a name like that? I want a name.
He said so. He got it when he moved to Houston because he was from Arkansas. Moved to Houston. I think he was an electrician and started kind of playing in the blues scene. And then You're no longer Leonard. You're low down.
Low down.
Low down. I need a name like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get some sort of like. I think you just gotta be. You gotta be cooler.
You could be Chet high up.
High up. No,
high up. You're not the low down. You're the high up.
High up. Man, I don't know. You don't give someone the high up. You give someone the low down.
Okay.
You don't trust a guy like that in the corner office of some fancy building. Nah. You low down with the people. You can't. I mean, you can't pick your nickname. You got to let the streets pick your nickname.
Okay, for you, I pick high up.
Dang it!
It's happened. Sorry, you're the high up.
All right.
But we'll keep it on the low down.
Okay. Let's keep moving. So hopefully y'all like Leonard Lowdown Brown. Go and look him up. Next up, questions from the back seat.
Are we there yet?
Hey, can you pass me the snacks?
When are we gonna stop? I gotta go.
Okay. Got 3 good questions here. This is from Rachel Sanders. This came in through Instagram. Says this: assuming one will only visit Texas once in a lifetime, which is a terrible assumption. But anyway, that's the preface to her question. Where would be the best place to visit to capture the essence of Texas? Love your show. Thanks for the advice. So she doesn't live in Texas.
Well,
watches our show on PBS somewhere. Don't know where.
It's pretty easy, though, if you think about it. You want to visit Texas once, you move here.
Yeah.
It's one long visit.
Yeah, one long
and then you
trip.
can do as much as you want.
It's hard.
That's my advice.
We've been doing this 14 years now. We still haven't seen the whole state. So, but if this is a good question though, if you had one shot, if only had one shot. All right, but real one shot. Where are you going?
Oh man, I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of stereotypes to Texas.
Sure.
So, are you wanting to play into the stereotypes? You want to go ride a horse because you live in a big city, or
Texas-y things?
And I feel like good Texas maybe is barbecue.
Sure.
But the thing is, there's lots of places that have good barbecue, so maybe you need to find something you can do that's very Texan around a place that's got good barbecue.
Okay.
And I'll leave it at that. So the rest is all you.
Central Texas. So yeah, I thought about this one. I think if you want to have a true Texas experience, it's San Antonio. It's got to be.
San Antonio is pretty good.
You get the Riverwalk, you get the Alamo, which, if you're going to come to Texas, you got to see the Alamo.
Very Texan.
San Antonio is also with easy day trip ability to other places. New Braunfels, go Tuba River. That's a Texan thing to do.
Wait, but she said one day.
No, one trip.
Oh, one trip. Okay.
Yeah, one trip.
My bad.
Yeah,
I'm thinking one day.
Yeah, so you go San Antonio, you can go to New Braunfels, you could easily go to Lockhart,
completely.
Seguin, you get that barbecue. There's dude ranches in Bernie and all those places. So you could build the perfect Texas experience in a week with San Antonio as your base.
As a center.
And I don't think you could do this.
That's
you couldn't do the same in Dallas. I mean, you could have a good time, but
how are you going to get good Mexican food?
That's true.
You're going to have to go down. Pretty sorry.
That's good.
I'm sure. Sorry, DFW. I know someone's got good.
Them out.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that typically the best Mexican food is going to be a little bit further south. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's exceptions to the rules, but
you got the it is indisputable that Tex-Mex was born on the streets of San Antonio. That is
Tex-Mex,
stone cold fact.
And we got to be careful when we say Mexican food. It's really Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
Mexican food is in Mexico.
Yep.
And you can get Mexican food here.
Yeah.
But you don't typically see that.
That ain't Tex-Mex.
No.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex is very different.
Rachel, I'm going to say San Antonio. That's my final answer.
You know what? I'm going to buy into your
final
theory
answer
here. I think that's great. I'm all in. There we go. San Antonio.
All right, next question. This one comes from Shelly Limpt. I think that's her last name. Says, when are you going to cover the Bigfoot conference in Jefferson, Texas? And I thought, okay, that would be awesome.
Wait,
say there is a Texas Bigfoot conference held every year in Northeast Texas in the little town of Jefferson. This year, for those who want to mark their calendar, it is October 20th through the 22nd. And they have speakers. So if you watch, if you turned on Discovery Channel lately, it is all Bigfoot shows. That's it.
Yes.
Or ghost shows. It's ridiculous. But they have the hosts of those Bigfoot shows coming in to speak. They're giving you the status of how close we are to getting him. We're close, Daniel. We've never been more close. And every year we're a little closer.
I'm sure. Chupacabra is his pet.
Of course.
They aliens. They work together with them all. So.
Yep. But would you go? Would you go?
Could I laugh while I was there, or do I have to be like, this is serious? Don't laugh about this.
No.
Is it for fun?
Yourself. I don't think for these people it's for fun. I think these are hardcore,
and that's why I don't know
researchers.
I don't want to embarrass myself, and I don't want to make anybody feel,
What's the odds
silly.
that you go to this conference as a joke, but you leave a believer? A Bigfoot
Zero
believer. I don't know, Daniel.
Zero.
These guys have evidence.
Oh my gosh.
They've heard the howls on their recorders.
I'm sure they have.
They've come this close to seeing him. Those shows are so frustrating because, they're not going to see anything, but man, they make you think that they're going to get it on camera.
It's like a
right there.
TV show.
It's always right there.
Make stuff up. Make stuff up. Right. I'll tell you, I believe in the Chupacabra more than I believe in Bigfoot.
Okay.
I think that's more possible that there's some ugly
devil
looking
dog thing. There?
I mean, there's coyotes.
What are with a demon? What?
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
That's more believable than a wooded ape.
I mean, you're talking about something that's half human looking versus something that's just like a demonic looking dog.
Okay.
I'm going to go with weird dog creature over.
Well, there's a lot of people who believe,
thing.
The reason we haven't caught Bigfoot yet is because he's a supernatural being, Daniel.
Okay.
That is what they say. That one's so of course you're not going to catch him. He's like a ghost. The second you think you got him, whoosh, he vanishes.
But isn't he also 8-10 feet tall?
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you not see that?
He's multidimensional, Daniel.
Oh, boy.
He can... So, hey, we're going to cover the Bigfoot conference this year.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Or if Bigfoot's not your thing, also in Jefferson, the UFO Con on August 19th. I did not know when Jefferson became the weird paranormal
capital of Texas,
but it did. It happened.
All right.
So, Shelly, I'm not sure we're going to be covering that anytime soon. I'm all in, though. One of the best episodes I think we can make is hunting for Bigfoot in the woods with these guys.
No, when you hunt for Bigfoot, you're just hunting with a camera, right?
I think so.
I mean,
but you gotta have a body. No one's gonna believe you until you have a body.
Do you eat Bigfoot meat?
Ooh. If you want to become a bit, is it that would be like getting bit by the spider, like Spider-Man who got bit by the spider? You get its powers. So yes, you eat it.
Then
you become a multi-dimensional being. All right. Final question. This comes from Emma Carrasco. When will we see your mom on the program again? I picked this question because, Emma, we got good news. Susan, our beloved Susan, makes another debut in the Brownwood episode.
So, is it 3?
I think it's episode
of this
3.
Season?
Yeah, I think so.
So, October,
you will get to see good old Susan Garner. I bet my mom paid her to ask this question.
Are you sure?
I don't know who Emma Carrasco is, but it could be my mom.
She's a smart lady. She knows how to use the internet.
Next time I see mom, I say, or should I say Emma Carrasco? She goes, no, how did you
find out?
So, stay
awesome.
tuned. There's a special little cameo in the Brownwood episode. All right, let's jump over into fan rants and musings.
Hey, Daytripper, I got a bone to pick with you. Oh my goodness, it's the Daytripper. We love your show.
Let's go. These are for people who, I love it. Nothing's in the form of a question. It's just different things. Here we go. This one is good. It's from J Sweet. Thanks for the hard work over the years. I've been watching Bob Phillips since I was a little kid, and it's good to see his legacy carrying on with a new show and a new take on things. I feel that life should be a journey, not a destination. Thanks, Jay. And who you're with is more important than where you are.
Hey,
it's true.
Love it.
I do too. Both your styles, meaning me and Bob, were good, but I appreciate the newer style of you, including your crew, Daniel, which gives it a roadkill feel.
Roadkill.
I was like,
Is this a good thing?
I don't know. Is that, in case you're not aware, Roadkill's a Hot Rod Network show? No?
Oh.
I don't know that show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do they have the crew talking? Is like a Top Gear
I think so.
type
I mean,
riff?
that's one. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
There's probably a few shows that do stuff like that.
You're the car guy, Mr. Fast and Furious 27.
Well, I know, but I'm not into hot rods stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm so busy making a TV show, I don't get a lot of time to watch TV shows.
This is true. Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, that's cool.
So anyway,
I like it.
Jay's got some good stuff. Good knowledge. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.
Here's another one. We angered the jalapeno people a while back.
Oh, no.
Remember with our mispronunciation of jalapeno?
Of course.
So I didn't know there's also habanero people. And we just got... So we're not only screwing up jalapeno, we're screwing up habanero. I was enjoying the Texas Tacos road trip, and I heard Chet mispronounce habanero. The H is silent, but it does not have a nya. It is pronounced habanero. Oh, I see the point. It's not just the habanero, but it's the habanero.
I mean, could we not do this every single episode?
Just say the word, the pepper that starts with an H.
Habanero.
Habanero, yeah. Yeah.
I can say habanero.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying it has. It's a na, not a nya, not a ya.
Habaneros.
Habanero. I feel like I'm hacking it up if I said habanero.
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 No, that's not habanero.
It's habanero. No.
Habanero.
Nobody wants to listen to us sit and do this with pepper names. Oh my gosh.
Say serrano.
Tortilla.
Hey, chile de árbol.
Say
screwed all those
gringo.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
I'm sorry. I know we don't have the best pronunciation.
No, we don't.
I can barely speak English.
Bobby Vera.
It's like my English is messed up. Yes, my Spanish is messed up too.
Way worse.
Hey, I got to give you cred though. I mean, Houston episode, you go to the farmer's market, people are going to see. It was second nature to you. You weren't walking around.
It wasn't.
Oh, I don't care what you say.
It wasn't.
I saw you walking around in a place with people that only spoke Spanish. They didn't speak English. Maybe 5% could speak English. You did really well. You were pulling back probably from middle school, high school Spanish.
High school Spanish level. I had 4 semesters in college. That went whoop out the window.
I had 2 semesters and I was like, hola. So I'm just saying, you did really, really well. And
it's in there a little bit. Hey, I think if I moved to Mexico, I could come back fluent.
I think you could. I think maybe you'd have
the guy on PBS, Ron Bayless, Rick Bayless.
Yes.
He's doing Mexico one plate at a time.
Oh, okay.
We need to take on his show.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Go down to Mexico. I'm going to really need to work on that, though. All right. Last comment, and this is more or less a shameless plug for our YouTube channel, but it says, "Thank you for offering your episodes on YouTube. Have loved your program for years. Irene Martin." Boom. If you didn't know, we're putting full episodes on YouTube now. Go over at the Daytripper TV, or you can just search the Daytripper. You're going to find us. Please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get that as healthy as possible so that we can get more stuff up there. We just had, people are finding the show on YouTube, and it's hilarious because most of the comments are like, "Wow, this is so good. Y'all should have a TV show."
Have a TV show.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I do appreciate the people out there that are saying this is such high quality. I can't believe that you don't have millions and millions of subs.
We do. Yeah.
Subscribers. Yeah. And we didn't really hit YouTube that hard until more recently. So
right.
I appreciate all the great comments, and we do have a TV show, and we plan on keeping it on PBS.
It's definitely going to be on PBS. We got new episodes coming out in October, but YouTube, it just proves it's like a totally different audience.
Whole different audience.
So hopefully those YouTubers will watch PBS, those PBS will watch YouTubers, it'll all just kind of spin around.
We want people to know Texas.
That's right. That's our goal.
That's what we
Inspired day trips. All right, guys, so that's it for the show. Another shout out to the Collin County History Museum. Y'all go check out their new exhibit created in Collin County, and stay tuned to the podcast for more Did You Know About Collin County things. So when I ask you next month, did you guess where this guy's from?
Hopefully you don't ask the same thing.
Hopefully you're going to get that one right. Okay, remember, subscribe, leave us a review wherever you're listening to this podcast, be it Google, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all that stuff really helps. Shout out to Alex over here on the turntable, mixing it up. He's the producer. And that's it from me.
All right. See y'all next time.
And vaya con Dios, amigos.